Hey, and welcome to Pagan Perspective Wednesday. I realize this is Friday and it's probably not Wednesday anywhere in the known universe, but I had some problems yesterday with wind noise, so I'm doing a retake. This week's topic is Samhain. Samhain roughly translates summer's end. It's the Celtic New Year. The Celts divided their days into evening and morning, the dark and the light. They also divided their year into the dark and the light. So Samhain begins the dark half of the year. The Celtic calendar originally was a lunar calendar, so Samhain would not have fallen on exactly the same date on our modern calendar each year. However, since the Romans introduced a solar calendar, which we basically continue to use, Samhain is normally considered a day halfway between fall equinox and winter solstice. It's a cross-quarter day. So Samhain begins on the evening of October 31st and continues until sundown the following day, November 1st. Samhain is the third of the three Wiccan, neo-pagan harvest festivals, the first being Lammas, which is the wheat harvest in early August, Mabon, or autumn equinox, which is the second harvest festival. It's sometimes considered the apple harvest, and Samhain, which is the final harvest. In ancient times, Samhain was also the time when the excess livestock was slaughtered and salted or smoked for winter use. It probably marks a transition between depending on agriculture for food and, once again, depending on hunting for food. So its association with the slaughter of livestock and with hunting, with the coming of the dark days of winter, bring in the association with death and with the dead. The modern wheel of the year, Samhain, is considered a night when the veil between the worlds is thinnest. It's a time when we honor our ancestors, when their spirits, or at least the memories of their spirits, return and we can visit with them, talk with them, and listen to them. In Samhain celebrations past, the groups that I've worked with, the group that my wife and I currently lead, we've done a number of different things to celebrate Samhain. We've had suppers where basically the circle was cast around the entire dinner table. We'd set a plate for the ancestors. We'd recite our genealogies. We'd tell stories about our ancestors. We'd have an ancestor altar where we had pictures, mementos of our ancestors. Last Samhain, since several of us had recently departed loved ones, ancestors, that we needed to deal with, we cast a very tight double circle. One circle around the ritual group and a second smaller circle around the ritual fire. The priest and priestess guarded the entrance to the inner circle. We went one at a time to the inner circle, took some cornmeal in our hand, charged it with our intents and with our thoughts, and cast it into the fire. I feel like I got a lot of the issues with my mom settled that Samhain, and others I began to get solved. This year, since we've kind of dealt with the dead already, we have decided to do a rite of passage. My wife is coming up on her second Saturn return, and so we're going to do her croning ritual. So, that's Samhain. Those of you listening to the video, we here at Pagan Perspective would really appreciate lots more feedback. Not just comments and kudos, but your questions and your videos. So, if you're doing Samhain this year, if you'll make a video response, we'll post it. If you have questions, topics that you'd like us to deal with in future shows, send a PM or send a video. and we'll see what we can do. Till next time, this is Dancing Rabbit. Peace.